Now that we're in the month of October, I thought I'd start a little series of decks I like to call Brawl-o-ween decks. These are going to be historic brawl decks that deal in movie monster tropes such as zombies, vampires, werewolves, that kind of thing. So, in light of this, let's go ahead and start off with mono black zombies led by Ghoulcaller Gisa that I like to call Rise. All right, here we have my Rise deck. This is all about the leader of the deck, Ghoulcaller Gisa. For those who don't know what she is a 3/4 human wizard, not a zombie, I know, bear with me here, that costs 3 black black and has an activated ability of tap it, pay a black, and sacrifice another creature, create X 2/2 black zombie creature tokens where X is the sacrificed creature's power. So the higher the power of the creature, the more 2/2 zombies you're going to get off of that. Now, the fun part about Gisa's ability is it's exponential. You're going to get more and more stuff out of it. So as you play zombie lords, +1/+1 to all zombies, that kind of stuff that's on the board, you're going to get bigger and bigger benefits. So if you sacrifice a 4/4 zombie, for example, and have 2 lords out that made that 2/2 into the 4/4, you're going to get 4 more zombies, which are also going to become 4/4s. So you're basically blowing up one creature to split them up into multiple creatures. And if you use the +1/+1 to all zombies type cards, they're all going to go up in power exponentially. So as always, I will start with the first column, what I like to call the protection column. I always put in enough stuff here just to kind of protect my creatures, or in some cases, in this deck's case, I've actually got ways to just bring back my commander later if I need to, but those will be down further in the list. So for the first column, we have Malakir Rebirth, Feign Death. So like at instant speed, you can say, oh, the creature's going to die. Well, I'll just get it back at the end of the turn or whenever the trigger happens to happen. If it right after it dies, it comes back. And then we also have Kaya's Ghost form. You enchant her, she dies, she'll come right back. And then we have the removal column. This is just all about keeping your opponent's boards under control long enough to actually get Gisa rolling and get your zombie horde to overrun them. So we have Meathook Massacre, Crux of Fate, Languish. These things are just, straight up board sweeps that just kill everything in their path, and then you just start over. And then we have Crippling Fear. This one's a little bit different. You choose a creature type, and everything that's not the type you pick is going to get -3/-3. Really good here. So even if you have Gisa out, yeah, you're going to name zombies, but she's got 4 toughness, so she'll survive through it. We also have Tendrils of Corruption, gain back a little bit of life equal to the swamps you control, Baleful Mastery, Infernal Grasp, Feed the Swarm, just ways of just straight up killing anything that's causing you problems. Spark Harvest and Bone Shards and Eat Alive to take care of Planeswalkers, and then Bloodchief's Thirst, same thing. Just ways to keep Planeswalkers off your back long enough to keep things, and if not, you just kill a creature with it. This is what I call the mana rocks or mana reduction category. You have your generic stuff: Signet, Steel Heart. That is actually supposed to go under zombies. Oops. And we have Mind Stone, Bantu's Monuments here because it's a mana reduction, but it also gives us incremental damage as we're casting our zombies. We're going to start pinging our opponent and getting back a little bit of life as well as wearing them down. Banner gives you a little bit of an asymmetrical pump, plus gives you mana, and then Herald's Horn also reduces cost and gives you free card advantage if you actually draw a zombie off of it. This column is what I would call the card draw category. It's ways of drawing extra cards or scrying or whatever happens to be the case with each card. So like Mask of Gristlebrand, if the equipped creature, it has life, flying and lifelink, and if it dies, you can pay X life, where X is the power of the creature and draw that many cards. So it's a way to gain a little bit of life as well as drawing cards if the creature's on its way out the door. Well, it's really nice if you have a pumped up zombie, strap this on, swing with it. If it survives the combat, throw it into Ghoulcaller Gisa's ability, and you're going to get to draw cards as well as make a bunch of little zombies to go with it. Black Market Connections, it's the brand new Phyrexian Arena. It's just a good way to fix your mana if you need to fix mana. The Changeling tokens count as zombie as well, so they are going to get the benefit of your Lord's cards. And then you just, you get a card every once in a while. Weatherlight Completed, we are sacrificing zombies. We are using decayed zombie tokens. Just all kinds of stuff is dying left, right, and center in this deck. So It's not unreasonable to get a bunch of scries off of this and then have a 5/5 flying Phyrexian vehicle to smash your opponent in the face with, and then eventually be drawing cards off of it as well, as long as it lives. Then we also have Plumb the Forbidden, Deadly Dispute, and Village Rites. These things are, you sacrifice creatures to get extra effects, or get the effects in some cases here, but then you're going to get additional triggering effects on things that like things dying. It's just a really good set of card draw. And then this long column here is all the zombie cards. They're just, things that are just good and synergize with the deck. Champion in the Perished. Every zombie that comes into play, including tokens, he gets bigger. Eventually, he's either going to be really big and pounding your opponent's creatures to dust, or you sacrifice him when he's nice and big and turn it with Ghoulcaller Gisa and make a bunch of 2/2s. Cryptbreaker makes more 2/2s, and then it also makes it so you can draw cards later. Diagraph Ghoul is just kind of a throw-in 2/2 early play zombie. It can be whatever you want it to be. Same thing with Hobbling Zombie, but I like this card, especially in Historic Brawl, because they cheapened it up, and when it dies, it gives you a zombie token to go with it. It's a very good dual piece in the deck. Tainted Adversary, you can pay the extra amount on there and get a bunch of decaying zombies, which also synergizes well with the death triggers. It synergizes well with the Champion of the Parish, because you'll get a bunch of counters on him. It's just a good card. White, a good 2-drop. Undead Augur, every time one of your zombies dies, you lose a life and gain a card. Be careful with this, though, because if you get a board wipe and you're too low, you can kill yourself. Just bear that in mind. The Metallic Mimic, where I moved it out of the other column earlier, it's just you name zombie and all your zombies come in bigger. It's just a good card. Archschool of Thraben, every zombie that dies, you get to look at the top card, and if it's a zombie, you can reveal it. Otherwise, you can put it in your graveyard. So it gives you kind of a pseudo-surveil type ability, and you're going to want to use that to either gain card advantage or at least card selection. Diregraph Colossus, as your zombies are dying, this thing gets better, and as you cast more zombies later, you get more and more 2/2s. This card is just really, really good, too. Fellstinger, sack something, so if you sack a decaying zombie, get yourself a couple of cards, or sometimes you just need that last couple points of burn damage and pop your opponent in the face with it. Do what you need to do. Headless Rider, whenever another non-token zombie dies, you get a token zombie. Straight up, good card. Standard Bearer, say somebody board wipes you, well, you just flash this in and you get a card off of it. Lord of the Accursed, all zombies get +1/+1, but the nice part here is also they get Menace. So if your zombies have Death Touch, Menace, and all kinds of other weird stuff going on, it's really hard to block them effectively and not get punched in the face. So I really like this guy. Midnight Reaper, same as the Undead Augur in this deck's case, because everything's zombies for the most part. When a non-token creature you controls, you take a damage and draw a card. Again, be careful not to kill yourself. Vizier of the Scorpion, we're making so many zombie tokens, even the decayed stuff, that giving them Death Touch with this is quite good, and it gives you 2 bodies on the 3 mana, so it's pretty good there too. It works really nicely with Champion of the Perished. Death Baron, speaking of the Death Touch, +1/+1 and Death Touch. Basically the best Lord card for zombies, outside of a couple of cards. Murderous Rider, you get to destroy a Planeswalker, but it also gives you a life linker to regain some of the life you're losing here. Evan Death, it just keeps coming back. It's a zombie that you can sacrifice to Gisa. You'll get 5 2/2 zombies, and then you can sacrifice something later and just bring it back and do it all over again. It's just really good. Endling, this thing is great because you can give Menace, you can give it Death Touch, you can give it Undying, which means it'll come back if it didn't have a +1/+1 counter on it when it does die. And you can pump it up until it's down to 1 toughness and then sack it to Gisa and get a bunch of zombies out of it. And I actually do that in one of the games where I just pump the ever-living crap out of the Endling because they're trying to steal it from me. And I smash it with Gisa and make like 11 zombie tokens off of it. It's hilarious. We also have Josu Vest, makes a bunch of tokens when it comes into play. It's just a generic 4/5 menace otherwise, but if you can pump the whole 10 mana into this, you get a bunch of zombies off of it, and it's usually going to end a game. God Eternal Bantu, again, we're sacrificing stuff, and we have a bunch of fodder to sacrifice, so if you're just sacrificing a bunch of zombie tokens, you're going to just get a bunch of cards out of it. Grey Merchant of Asphodel. This is just a good card to juggle if you can. You bring it in, you hit your opponents for 6 to 8 life, get that back, sacrifice it to Gisa for 2 or 3 zombies, depending if you have a Lord on the board, and then you bring it back to life and do it again. And then Gem Palm Polluter. This is an old card from Legions. I love this card. It is a black burn spell. If you cycle it, as long as you have a good amount of zombies on the board, you burn your opponent in the face for that amount of life and draw a card off the cycle. So even if you have 5 or 6 zombies on the board, go ahead and cycle this. As long as you have ways to either put it back in your hand or back in the deck in some way, it's just a good card. And then we have the category what I call token generators. And these are all cards that generate tokens that aren't zombies themselves. Dark Salvation for XX black, you create X2/2 black zombie tokens, and then a target creature gets -1/-1 for each zombie that the player that you gave the zombies to, yourself, controls. So you can nuke a creature as well as create zombie tokens for every pair of excess mana you have the turn you dump this into. Just a really good card. Liliana's Mastery. For 5, you get a zombie lord that's harder to kill, and you get 2 zombies. So essentially, you get 2 3/3 zombies, 6 power for 5 mana. It's pretty damn good. Jodah, Ghoulcaller Gisa. He creates at the end step a decaying zombie token as long as you don't control other decaying zombies. So, there's times where you're going to have to juggle your decaying zombies to get something out of this, but the times that happens are kind of far and few between because you're also sacrificing and running them into your opponent so much that you're not going to keep them around very long. And then Rotten Reunion. This is just a little bit of graveyard hate, which has a side effect of also giving you a zombie token. So, and then we have the last column here outside of the lands that is all about synergy with the deck. Gruesome Fate. You're creating so many zombie tokens that it benefits you to have this as a nice little black burn finisher, just like the Gem Palm Polluter. If you have a bunch of zombie tokens out, you just set this off for 3 and burn them in the face for 6, 7, 8 damage. Blood for Bones. You sacrifice a creature and then you return 1 to the graveyard and 1 to your hand. Well, a good little trick here is to bring back 1 of your Lord cards, or Gisa if she died, about to go to the graveyard. Bring her back with the Blood for Bones, and then bring the Gem Palm Polluter back to your hand and cycle it again. It's just a funny card. Speaking of Gisa, we have her other form that's in the format, Gisa Glorious Resurrector. If your opponent's stuff dies, you get to exile it, and as long as she sticks around, they're going to come back to your side of the board as a decaying creature. Well, then I like to feed that creature into Ghoulcaller Gisa, get a bunch of zombie tokens off of it, and then it goes to the graveyard, and it's done unless they have a way to bring it back. Liliana, Untouched by Death. Again, there's a lot of Planeswalker support for zombies thanks to Liliana. She's just kind of like become the de facto zombie Planeswalker. So, and this is like the zombified version here. That's perfect for this deck. For 2 black, you can either +1, mill 3 cards, and if a zombie gets milled, each opponent loses 2 life, you gain 2 life. Really good. You can -X, and equal to the zombies you control, so you get kind of a partial little bit of the Dark Salvation card attached to the Planeswalker. Or you can, the most important part, -3, you can cast zombie spells from your graveyard. So if you're sacrificing stuff or running them into the ground, eventually you just can -3 and start replaying everything from the graveyard and get them all back again. This is a really good card for that. And then we have Liliana Dreadhorde General, which whenever something dies, you draw a card, which again, we're sacrificing so much stuff. It's good to get some of the cards back with this. She creates zombies herself. She can do a little bit of removal, which is kind of And if you get to the ult, you've won the game. I mean, whatever. Mostly this is here because of the top 2 things. Create a zombie and get cards off of things dying. And then the last card is Agadeem's Awakening. Doubles as a land if you really, really need that land, but it also allows you to get back a bunch of the stuff that's either died to board sweeps and died to your combat steps, or you're just sacrificing them to get Gisa's ability, and then you just bring them back and just smash face. And the nice part is a lot of the cards in the deck have varying mana costs all the way up to like 5. So like you can bring back a bunch of little stuff. You can bring back some mid-level stuff, and then just bring back like Grey Merchant of Asphodel on the high end and just blast somebody in the face for a bunch of damage. And then the mana base is super, super simple because it's mono black. I'm not using any of the multicolored lands. I'm not using any kind of funky dual lands here. It's a bunch of swamps. Takenuma to bring stuff back to the grave from the graveyard. Cabal Stronghold because we're playing a ton of swamps, so this is really good. Hive of the Eye Tyrant because you need a little bit of graveyard hate, and hey, why not? And then Phyrexian Tower because, again, we're sacrificing stuff, and it's good to get double mana off of this every once in a while to power out our stuff. So, with that said, I hope you like my take on the undead here. We're going to have some more versions of this coming out soon, and let's get to the gameplay. Got Giada, so we got mono black versus mono white. I've seen worse, I've seen better, but unfortunately I have no threats in my hand, just removal. Though that may not be the worst thing in the world against a Giada deck. It's hard for me to say. We'll keep it. I'm not 100% certain that's the right call, but we'll see. Alright, our spooky specters have arisen. Have we made our mulliganing choices? It is. Yeah, Dark Salvation for 0 doesn't really appeal to me that much. Alright, so let's go ahead, because we have nothing else we can do, let's just go ahead and play this. We'll name Zombie. Z blah 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 here. That way all of our zombies come into play a little fatter. Now that makes me wonder, should I just... That Starnheim Aspirant's going to really make things suck later, I think. But I think for right now, I'm going to just go ahead and do Herald's Horn, naming Zombie. And I'm just going to sit on it. I probably should have swung because they probably weren't going to block, but... Unfortunately, I don't have any zombies in hand to take advantage of all this zombie synergy I already have out, but we'll see. These swings you can do up to, what, a 6-drop with Starnheim Aspirant? No, a 7-drop. I forgot about Arcane Signet. That's not a zombie, but it is a land. Alright. You know... That just destroys it. All it would do is break the shield counter, right? Or no, oh, it brings it back to their hand. Never mind. You know what? I'm gonna do this. I don't care. I really can't afford him getting a bunch of stuff past the 4 toughness mark. We'll pass. I got Baleful Mastery as an oh shit button. Let's see what happens. I guess it's kind of appropriate my Army of the Undead's gonna run into a bunch of angels to start this off. If I do that, he just replays Giada. I'll go ahead and take the 2. I'd rather exile whatever he's gonna play versus goofing around otherwise. I'm not sure. Alright. So that's a 4-4, which is fine. I'm okay with that. Reveal. I'll take the extra card. Let's see here. We'll go ahead and languish. Because at this point, there's no... Because the next thing he brings out, if it's bigger than 4, it doesn't matter. Smothering Tithe, okay. Once I get my Feed the Swarm, it's not going to matter anyways. It's just going to sit there and keep on ticking. Done. Sad me. Decline. I'd rather do things. Let's go ahead and get Gisa online. Since she's got to sit through her summoning sick phase. Okay. Okay, it does not do permanent. So now I need my Feed the Swarm to get the reprobation off of her. Reveal. Resolve, decline. I don't really care at this point. Let's see here. I think... Let's see, they don't have anything for me to target unless I target my own creature with the Dark Salvation. So I think what I want to do is just play this on black, of course, and then Vizier. And that'll leave me... I can still do Baleful Mastery at this point, if need be. Whatever. Done. Not paying. Alright, so at this point... I'm going to do a Dark Salvation for 3. Targeting, me, and that. We're just going to send this, just in case he has a flash ability, because he's got mana with this stuff, so... On the upside, Gruesome Fate's looking a little nicer. Done. Resolve. Nope. I think I'm just gonna murder. I'm just gonna keep murdering this Giada. I'm gonna make it the most expensive 2/2 angel you've ever seen. Because I can. Alright, and we'll end turn. I'll keep the Baleful Mastery up. And next turn, if everything's alive, I can do 8, 9, 10. Plus the Gruesome Fate. Yeah, I can kill him this turn. So we're going to go ahead and do the alt cast. We're going to get that out of the way. He didn't like me removing his stuff so many times. Liliana of the Veil. Okay. We got the a mono black mirror. Well, not really mirror. I'm tribal. Yeah, sure. I like having the heraldic banner in there to pump my zombies. Oh, good. That's a good turn to get that. Pass. Virus Beetle. Okay, well, Ebon Death can go, because I can get him back later. Let's go ahead and do the banner on black. And pass. If I draw a land, I can do Liliana's Mastery next turn. Okay, well, Gruesome Fate's a good way to just pitch something out into the void. I think I'm going to go ahead and do a Fell Stinger. I'm going to exploit itself. And then target myself and draw a couple cards, because I need to. Need lands. Alright. Apparently he needs them too. Let's go ahead and do Liliana's Mastery. I'd like to get that going, and it's a little harder for black to destroy. Yeah, I have anthems for days. Okay. Let's do what? Let's do Headless Rider with Death Baron. That way, if he decides to start taking out my stuff, I get more zombies. Sacrifice my tokens. I have no qualms about that. Let's go ahead and get Gisa online. She's kind of important if I'm going to run them over. Yeah, with her on the board and I activate her, I can get 6 zombies off of Headless Rider. Kind of funny. Eat to... Oh, you dirty rat. Alright. Let's see, do I actually have any zombies? Oh, I have 2 in the graveyard. Oh, that's good. So let's do... Let's go ahead and do Diregraph. And I'm going to swing for 3 with the Death Baron. And I'll end the turn. Now, if he wants to try to kill, Diregraph this time, I have a sack outlet. Okay.
Unfortunately for you, we meet in battle.
Okay. Probably should have killed Gisa, but that's okay. I'll take 6 zombies. So wrong. Shintai of Life's Origin. Alright. I got good low end, but if I don't draw lands, I'm screwed. That's just asking. That's asking to get rolled over. Now, of course, I'm going to draw nothing but lands. Thanks, Shuffler. Oh, Feign Death. Okay. I was like, what's holding priority here? Don't care about any of that. Really would like my, Feed the Swarm, because, yikes. Alright, well, I guess we'll play Weather Light completed for now. It doesn't do nothing until I actually get some creatures to die, but there's that. I guess we'll go ahead and just deal with Untouched by Death. Let's do no.
I value moral flexibility.
None of those are zombies. Well, I'm actually okay with that because there's no action there whatsoever. No, that's a problem. Let's do Liliana's Mastery. And let's go ahead and do the whole milling thing again.
Wait till you see what I've got.
And still no zombies. What the heck? There's over 30 of them in the deck. What the hell? Oh, this is gonna suck. He's gonna nuke my entire hand here in short order.
Wow, you won. Good for you.
Yep. Alright, let's see. Phyrexian Tower. Well, there's a zombie, finally. And I guess what? I guess I'm gonna, because I'm gonna lose all these cards anyways, I guess I'm gonna feign death on this, and I'm gonna sack it to Village Rites. I don't know what else to do right now. I mean, that's a thing. It's not very good, though. Oh, there's a Blood Chief's Thirst. I guess I can kill, what, Ornithopter? I mean, I can swing into this. I don't care. I'm okay with creatures dying, you know? Vizier, okay, that's fine. That's Death Touch, so... It gives me 2 zombies and for Champion of the Perished, and I get Death Touching zombie tokens. So if he wants to try that gang blocking crap, his shit's gonna die anyways. So. Congratulations, you got my lands. Man, this is gonna start sucking so bad. Yep. Unless I magically pull something out of my butt here soon. Guess. If I do this, what do I get here? It's... I'm just trying to do the math here. Thinking. 1, 2, 3. That would let me 2 black open. It doesn't give me... I don't have enough swamp action out here, so I might as well go ahead and just play Vizier of a Scorpion for right now. And we'll pass. So now at least I have a couple of Death Touchers, so if that Naturalist wants to swing at me, I don't care. Yeah, now the bad part is he's going to start getting the damage crap going, so I am probably so dead it's not even funny. But I'm not scooping. How Rude. Alright, fine. I'll gain 5 life. Whatever. Yeah, would you like to send your things that are going to die? I'll gladly do that. You don't do me a lot of good, bud. I'm gonna make you go through it. So I hate GG spammers. I'm gonna make you go through with it. I could be an absolute jerkwad here and hold the priority and just let the timer run out, but I am not going to be that kind of person. I hate when it gets done to me, so I'm not going to do it to them. Jodah the Unifier. Oh boy. We are likely going to get run over by a bunch of big ass legends. There's a little something there. Of course, if we just keep on trucking through here like this, we might actually catch him in the aggro crossfire. I don't know. Kind of doubt it, though. Gallows, that's okay. Yeah, it affects us, but it really doesn't affect us. It's whatever. I guess for now, just truck on through. Let's just do standard bear. That's a thing. I'll go ahead and put ghost form on the standard bearer. Because it's like, go ahead and swing your Kunros and stuff into this. I'll block and I'll get cards. It's kind of a dumb little interaction. Oh boy. This is gonna hurt. I do not, unless I get a Phyrexian Tower, I do not have time to wait and get Dreadhorde General online. Oh god. Well, I'm taking 8 and I'm gonna get a card, because that's gonna come back on its own death. Oh, it didn't. Oh, because the stupid Kunoros. God damn it. Well, it's not that one. Fucking Jodah. Nicol, Bolas, God-Pharaoh. Alright, let's see what we got going here. We got Crux of Fate. And we got some other stuff that doesn't do me much good. Last couple games, I have not been impressed with my opening hand. I mean, that's a little better, but not exactly earth-shattering. Yeah, I'm not gonna sit there and give him free cards. He wants the cards. He's gonna have to get his own crap. I'll sit on that. I don't need to. I think I need to burn that right now. Alright, go ahead and target my little 2/2. I'll use this. It's stuff. Putting Liliana out's probably not the best plan in the world. But what does he got? This taps for mana, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He gets a land, he can -4 and deal 7. How many exile cards? I guess I'm gonna deal Liliana untouched by death.
I've conquered death. I have a delicious.
Wow. The 3-land brick. Jesus. Non-creature, non-land. Well, that means you get one of the 3 on the end there. Xanathar. Well, Feed the Swarm is going to hit that. Because I ain't putting up with his shenanigans. So... as they say, F that noise. Alright. So... what? I guess Vizier the Scorpion. And... I have no mana, right? Yeah, no. There's no point in... there's no point in milling myself because Elspeth's Nightmare is going to exile the stuff in the graveyard anyways. As it is, I'm only going to lose one thing that I can cast out of there versus adding more to that, so... God-Pharaoh, blah blah.
No gods can protect you now.
2 cards? Are you serious? Man, that is rough. I want the Liliana's Mastery for this turn. I'm not gonna sit here and...
Into the grave with you.
I think I just gotta go for his throat. To be perfectly honest. You got my endling. Wonderful.
When I win, I love people. And which spell impress? Keep your distance, mortals.
Poopy.
Don't get squeamish on me.
He +2, so he exiles the top, hit 12, and then he's gonna start exiling my shit. I still think I need to go for his face. I mean, go ahead and block one of them, it'll die. Thanks for the endling. Read the card. Undying. When it dies, if it had no counters under its owner's control. Not its controller's control.
Give it your best shot, adventurer.
You dare find a god? You came here with a
Painted adversary, and he can kick that one. Ugh. At least they don't. At least they can't actually block. That's the good thing. All right, he's at 12. That's a problem. So, what to do? I think what I'm gonna do is move to combat. I'm gonna send Endling at his face. I'm gonna send this guy and this guy at Nicol Bolas. Actually, you know what? Screw it. They can all go with Bolas. Really? Okay. Wasn't expecting that.
I'm eternal.
And we'll play Monument. And I'm going to... Do I need to +1 her to keep her alive? View Battlefield. No, I'm just going to -3. Because she's not going to live regardless. I want Death Baron. And I want... Do I want a Vizier of the Scorpion too? Or do I want the white? I think I want the white, because then I can still activate Gisa. And... Okay.
My children drench their hands in the blood of my enemies.
Okay.
Aren't I generous?
Won't be needing. Oh no.
You got my Arch Ghoul. Congratulations.
Ah, cherish this rare moment.
Fellstinger, Ebon Death, and Gisa. Okay.
You better be now.
I would really like my board sweep right about now.
We will slay our enemies.
Or better yet, I would really like to have one of those things that allows me to, mess with them. Really? Okay, well, I'm going to activate the Ghoulcaller. She is going to smash the 3/3. I'm going to get 3 zombies off of that. Better 4/4s. Not what I want.
useful to me alive.
Tower. Has Death Touch. Anyone gains Menace until end of turn. Death Touch. Undying and can get pumped. Okay. And he's got a Death Toucher, so that doesn't do me a lot of good right now. So, I guess we don't attack for right now. I wanted to look at Tasha really quick. Okay. I was trying to figure out why I didn't get, actually cancel for a second. Let's do this. Let's go +1. Let's go +1. I hate that I gotta do this one at a time. That's annoying. It's like, I'm just gonna do this. Resolve. In response, +1. Response, +1. In response, activate. I'll take one of these. Resolve. To my command zone, you're not getting that. And then, doesn't matter. Resolve.
My children will take care of you.
7 damage. Wow, okay.
I adore making a mess of things.
Well, Liliana, you have served me well.
Wipe that smug look off your face.
Tendrils of Corruption. Now, what do I use that on? I think I need to use it on Gisa. I think, of all things. So he doesn't get my stuff. Resolve.
Aren't I the generous one?
Next, combat. I think everything needs to go at his face. Including the 1/1, just in case. I don't know if he's got enough to block with and live. I don't think he does. 8 times 3 is 24. No, he does not. Bye, Nikki. So what do you guys think about my take on zombies? I was going to go ahead and do a little bit of a post cap using my Untapped GG app, but it's not working today for some reason. Their site seems to be down again. So I'm just going to go ahead and leave it at this. I had a lot of fun with the deck. Even when I got my face smashed in by like the 5-color mess piles and Jodas and whatnot, I just love this deck. I love Ghoulcaller Gisa. I love zombies. And I hope you have a lot of fun with it too. So as always, thank you for watching and have a great day.